When you think about it, Isaiah has spent the majority of his career playing for 3 of the coldest climates in the NFL. Think about it for a second. He played for New England, he played for Green Bay, and he played for the Cleveland Browns. 3 cities that are always snowing, always raining, and most importantly, always cold. Now, last week, Isaiah had a horrible game, only 57 yards and no touchdowns, but this week, he's finally talking to the media again. He's doing interviews. For a long time, Isaiah has avoided talking to the press, talking to the media, and he took a bad rap for that one. And most people have said, look, Isaiah, you've fallen off. That year and a half you took away from the league. Most importantly, it took away from your people skills, but also your skills on the field. Now, Isaiah's taking slight to that. He's only second in the MVP, and a lot of people think that the reason for that is because the media is just not voting for him because they don't like him anymore. But Isaiah says, I don't care what you think of me, as he goes into the end zone on a huge run. Look at this, 72 yards to the end zone to start the ball game off. He points to the sky and says, look, I'm going to be the #1 MVP candidate this year, and most importantly, he wants to get back to the Super Bowl. Now, another rumor that's going around right now is a lot of people are saying, look, Boffelli is the guy that carried Isaiah in Cleveland. Now, Bradley does throw an interception there. It's a little unfortunate. Looks like that one's going to be caught by a Richard Sherman-cloned Santiago Berry. Again, look at this in the instant replay. Goes up with 2 hands. Isaiah tries his best to deflect that one, but he's about 2 inches too short, or his arms need to be a little bit longer. But the big rumor going around is that Boffelli is the guy that carried Isaiah when he was in Cleveland. You guys know Isaiah had one of the most historic seasons in NFL history, running for over 2,000 yards, receiving for 1,000, and then dominating in the NFL playoffs to get the Super Bowl MVP and the playoff MVP. But a lot of people are saying Boffelli is the guy that carried him, and one of his big deterrents has been Skip Bayless. Skip Bayless has been ragging on Isaiah all season long, especially when he was injured for that season and a half. He said, look, Isaiah wasn't the guy, Boffelli was the guy. Isaiah only got those lanes because the defense respected Boffelli so much. So I want to know what you guys think in the comments. Was it Isaiah's team in Cleveland? Did he lead him to the championship? Or was it Boffelli's? I would love to hear what you guys have to think. Well, unfortunately, we can't get a first down conversion here, but still, it's a great try by number 88 there. Goes up, gets both feet down in his Under Armour cleats, but unfortunately, that one's short of the marker, so it does not count nearly what we needed to. Now, Isaiah goes over to Coach Rivera and says, look, we've been passing too much. I want the rock. Look at what Isaiah did early in the ballgame with that 72-yard run, but since then, they've rarely given him the rock. So this drive, Isaiah is expecting to get a heavy dose of running the ball and being involved in the passing game. Now, his first carry goes for 5 yards there. On 2nd and 5, we're going to a halfback screen. Isaiah fields it cleanly, moves to the left-hand side, 2 blockers in front. He spins back inside. What a move by Isaiah. That's become his patented move this year. He can't really hurdle over people like he used to because you know what? Those old legs just don't jump as high as they once did. Now, a pass from right away across the middle goes to Hunter Henry. That gets us the first down and a little bit more. On 2nd and 1, trying to get into the red zone, Isaiah goes up the middle, finds a seam, and gets dropped at the 22-yard line. 5 attempts, 85 yards. Started off strong, but a little slow after that. It goes to a little bit of a read here. He moves to the left-hand side after the Wildcat formation. They drop him at the 20, but still, we're into the red zone. We're where we want to be at 2nd and 8, but Isaiah is a little slow to get up. I think something might have been tweaked there. Now, a great catch by Isaiah to the right-hand side, pushes his way through down to the 9-yard line. We're inside the 10. Radway's looking pretty solid, but can Isaiah get the rock here in the red zone? Now Radway drops back at a guy across the middle, and a great pass to Kubila. Kubila destroys the defensive back in the slot. No chance to even guard him. The safety didn't even come over to help on that one. But what just happened to Kubila's legs there? Look at this. He distorted one of his legs. What is happening there? I think he might have broken or tweaked something. We'll check on that dude later in the ball game. Now, right now, Seattle's up 23-14 at the start of the second half. Isaiah's on the field, the kick return. Those old legs are still back here returning kicks. He has a seam to get open, and he ultimately gets dropped around the 35 or so, but that one's going to come back. They're saying an illegal block in the back. This is going to come back on Easton Ransom. 10 yards on that play to make it at the 15. Now, Isaiah's going to make his way through on the left-hand side. He gets lit up on that play. The rushes just aren't coming. They're few and far between. Only 7 rushes. It's been a long time since you've seen Isaiah get this deep into a ball game with only 7 rushing attempts. A wide receiver screen option here doesn't really work, so we're forced to punt that ball away, and Seattle scores again. So it's 31-14, 5 minutes left here in the third quarter. They need to score quick because right now the Seattle Seahawks are trying to run away with this ball game. Now last week we ended up losing. We're trying to avoid losing 2 games in a row for the first time in the entire season. It'll be interesting if Isaiah can help LA avoid that. Well, here in 1st and 10, Isaiah goes up the middle. Plenty of room here, but he ultimately gets dropped at the 30-yard line. On 2nd and 3, back in the shotgun form, they go to the halfback screen. It's not even open. Seattle covered that one perfectly. Radway gets sacked, and Wright gets his first sack of the ballgame. Now, 3rd and 14, we need something big here. Isaiah's going to stay in a block, a pass across the middle, and that one goes to Earl. The same receiver who had that nice 2-handed catch earlier brings in another one right there. A fake little wide receiver screen to Isaiah. Isaiah is actually not the quarterback in the wide receiver wildcat for once. They end up letting Keenan Allen, the old fella, one of the oldest dudes on the ball team, goes all the way down and gets the first down. Now on 3rd and 1, we get a major conversion here to make it 10 rushes, 103 yards, but look how slow Isaiah is to get up. This dude's body is hurting, and maybe Ron Rivera is protecting Isaiah from himself and saying, look, we can try to win games without giving you the ball a ton, but look at this. Isaiah says, I don't care how much my body's hurting, I'm going to get this touchdown. And with 2 minutes left in the 3rd quarter, he dives in. He's still slow to get up, but that's 44 yards. What an attempt, selling out his body there. The old fella gets into the end zone for another touchdown on today's ball game, his 2nd rushing touchdown of the day. And he says, Rivera, I'm feeling good, just keep feeding me the rock. So here with a 31-21 lead, Seattle's going to try and stop us from converting. 30 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. A handoff to the right-hand side. Isaiah again with plenty of room. Jukes a guy out of his shoes. Gets tackled from behind. But that's enough to get us the first down. And on 3rd and inches again, Isaiah is showing he's super reliable. Another big tackle. Lands a little awkwardly there. But going into the 4th quarter, we're still down 10. So if we can score quickly, I think that we'll actually be okay. At the start of the 4th quarter, Isaiah's open kind of, cuts back across the middle, Radway's holding the rock, and again, this guy, one of the problems of being a rookie quarterback is this dude holds onto the rock a little too long, and Eli Harrell comes in and gets a half sack on that one. Now 3rd and 12, going back to the halfback screen, Isaiah with all the time in the world, 2 guys in front, he breaks the tackle on both of those guys. How did he get loose there? His spin move afterwards didn't work, but what an attempt by Isaiah to try to get for the first down. That's not going to be a first down. With 4th and 6, we're forced to punt, and Seattle literally scores again. So Isaiah's out here trying to put in some work with a nice catch here with 3 minutes left. If we can score quickly, there's still a chance to hold on and come through with this victory today, but it's going to need a lot of miracles. We can't waste any timeouts. We've got to get some passes in quickly, and our defense has to step up, which they have not done today. Now Isaiah out here on the wide receiver screen, moves up to the right-hand side and gets out of bounds. The smart veteran play with 1:30 left. We're on the 12-yard line. What's going to happen now? Now Isaiah up the middle, a pass, and his own man runs into him. Kubila, the guy that got hurt earlier in the ball game, ends up running to Isaiah, and that turned a short touchdown into an incomplete pass. So Isaiah on 2nd and 10 goes out to the left-hand side. One chance to get into the end zone, and he does. A big touchdown by Isaiah. That cuts the lead to 10. But why is Isaiah King celebrating? Doesn't really make much sense to me. You're down 10 points. You need a miracle. But oh boy, look who is tweeting about Isaiah King after the game. Skip Bayless said, celebrating a touchdown when you're going to lose, that's Isaiah quote-unquote classless King. That's why Bofelli hated him. So wait a minute. You're saying Peter Bofelli, the quarterback from Cleveland, hated Isaiah King. Why is Skip Bayless jumping into Isaiah's information? That's a little crazy to me. Let me know what you guys think. Is Isaiah in the wrong here for celebrating too early? Is Skip Bayless right? I want to know what you guys think, so leave me a comment below and definitely tell me. Isaiah goes for 166 yards on the ground, 90 in the air with a touchdown there as well. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Check the playlist on the screen right now, and I'll catch you guys in the very next video.